2h10 sur Arte.
Gospodo i gospođe, dobro večer. Danas novo nismo ništa dobro.
Attention, à partir de la semaine prochaine, retrouvez Trax tous les jeudis autour de minuit. Mais tout de suite, bonne année en beauté avec une spéciale Iggy Pop.
Voilà, doviđenja.
Non mais des fois... Faut pas le chercher, Napoléon. Ça fait des mois qu'il met des croquettes de côté pour se payer le voyage. Alors gare à celui qui veut lui barrer la route. Notre plus fidèle assistant a rendez-vous dans un palace parisien avec son gourou, celui qu'on surnomme le King of the Dogs, le roi des chiens. Alors, maître?
Be always sovereign. Be your own dog.
C'est en suivant ce commandement que James Osterberg s'est transformé en Iggy Pop, la plus infâme créature du rock. Comment le chanteur des Stooges, un nom piqué au pied nickelé de la télé américaine, a-t-il inventé le punk avant le punk? Pour éclaircir ce mystère, on s'incruste dans sa meute. Aux côtés d'Iggy, les Wild Magnolias. Ces Noirs qui se prennent pour des Indiens déterrent chaque année la hache de guerre à la Nouvelle-Orléans. Comme l'iguane, son rock est dans le rouge. Depuis 50 ans, Jerry Lee Lewis défonce le rêve américain. Les marrons et la baston, comme les pionniers des 50s, Iggy les regarde droit dans les yeux. Mettre son corps en danger, c'est le credo d'Orlan. Il y a 30 ans, cette performeuse française invente le body art en passant sur le billard. Malgré ses 62 ans, l'homme qui voulait être un chien a toujours la truffe en alerte et les crocs aiguisés. Mais dis donc, James, Iggy Pop, t'as trouvé ça où?
I was lucky in life that I gained an extra name. When I never made it up, it was kind of came to me, and like the genie out of the bottle. Maybe, how may I serve you, master? First 10 years that I was Iggy, if you said my name aloud in America, large men would get angry. First, they'd make a face of repulsion and disgust, like, ugh. And then they'd look and see, where is this Iggy? You know, like they were looking for a piece of shit on the floor, you know? It was like that, and you could get in a fight just over the name.
James Osterberg grandit dans un camp de caravane près d'Ann Arbor. Dans ce coin du Michigan, au nord des États-Unis, on se les pèle en hiver. Et pour les parents de Jim, secrétaire et professeur d'anglais, rien de tel que la vie au grand air. Une famille pas du tout white trash, d'où Iggy découvre l'Amérique des années 50.
Our trailer was about 5 meters long, maybe 2 meters wide, and my space was a shelf up near the ceiling. I looked like a little smart-ass kid, basically, and I had very short hair because my dad was a typical American war veteran. He came back with big muscles, short haircut, and an attitude, you know? And so kid was gonna have a short haircut, big muscles, and an attitude. I was a smart ass. I decided early on that I was smarter than everybody else. And I drew an illustration of an atomic bomb exploding out of my head. I labeled it the atomic brain. Na, 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 na.
la caravane de la famille Osterberg est plantée à 60 km de Détroit, la capitale américaine de l'automobile. Le fleuron de l'American Way of Life est l'une des plus grandes villes noires et ouvrières des États-Unis. Ann Arbor est son campus. Jim Osterberg, bon élève et fort en maths, se plonge dans la lecture et se rêve anthropologue. Il n'a que 15 ans quand la fée musique le touche de sa baguette magique. D'abord batteur pour les Iguanas, un groupe de copains de fac, Jim passe pour la première fois derrière le micro à 18 ans avec ce titre « Again and Again ». En 65, Jim change de crèmerie en rejoignant The Prime Movers, mais garde son surnom d'Iggy l'Iguane. Son père craque.
He said that he was sorry, but that was a mistake he couldn't let me make, and I would have to kick his ass to get out the door. So I got ready to be beaten, but he saw I was ready. He let me go like that. He didn't want me to ruin my life. It's completely understandable. It was music was it was not a career description at that time. It was a really ridiculous occupation. Basically, there were 3 or 4, maybe there were 10 rock stars in the whole world. To be a musician just meant to be some greasy old guy with a guitar and a gut sitting at a bar all day drinking until it was time to play, you know, play cover songs. So at least my kind of musician, you know. I wasn't going to be in the Detroit Symphony, so.
Les rois du blues noir, comme ici Howlin' Wolf ou Willie Dixon, mettent des étoiles dans les yeux d'Iggy. En 66, le batteur fétiche de ses écorchés, Sam Lay, lui transmet ses secrets de baguette. Iggy devient musicien professionnel et joue sur scène pour les groupes de la Motown. Le spot idéal pour se livrer à son autre passion.
What I did was backed them up, various of them, when they were somewhere where I was and they had to play live. They'd show up with one musician and he'd pick up guys around the area, teach you the songs quickly, and in the afternoon you'd play them at night. And I saw a lot of really cool butts. And the best butt I've ever backed up was the Shangri-Las. And the girls were walking in the sand, remember. Wow, and her butt was magnificent, you know, and she had the blonde American pneumatic, better than Playboy beach fantasy hair. Came down below her butt, but when she moved it would part and then you'd see her little butt there in sparkling blue spandex. Mary, yeah.
I got a smelly reader, I got a dirty
43 ans plus tard, Iggy boucle la boucle.
shoes.
Pour écrire The King of the Dogs, le tube de son dernier album, il s'inspire d'une chanson écrite il y a 60 ans dans le berceau de la musique noire américaine, la Nouvelle-Orléans.
I got a piece of meat in between my teeth. I'll bite your throat if you move.
Chaque année en avril, la perle de la Louisiane fête le Mardi Gras. Parmi les défilés, cette incroyable parade, des Noirs américains déguisés en caricatures d'Africains. Créé il y a exactement un siècle, ce carnaval des Zoulous a failli disparaître pour cause de politiquement incorrect à l'époque de la lutte pour les droits civiques. En 1949, c'est en hommage à ces parades noires que Louis Armstrong écrit son King of the Zulu, modèle original du King of the Dogs d'Iggy Pop. Dans l'Amérique ségrégationniste, les Zoulous se moquent ouvertement du carnaval aux mains des Blancs. Un siècle après son invention, ce Black Power d'une autre époque est la fierté du Mardi Gras à la Nouvelle-Orléans.
Something about the waves in that music will explode any social system whatsoever, will eventually destroy it and in favor of life. It's the most living thing I've ever encountered. It was through the prime movers that I found Hank Williams, Bo Diddley, Little Walter, Muddy Waters, the heavier shit. So it was like an academic education. I learned that, you know. And I also learned a lot of what not to do. Don't look down on your audience. That was the big one. That happens a lot around academia. Never look down on your audience. If somebody wants to come to my show and they've got one leg, cross eyes, drooling, and they've got cancer and swine flu, I want you at the show.
En 67, Iggy devient accro aux Three Stooges, dont il ne rate aucun épisode. Bien avant Dallas et Supercopter, les aventures de ces trois pieds nickelés américains crèvent le petit écran.
What are you doing?
You ought to show someplace in here how to cook a monkey.
Joe's right. We can't eat the act.
But I'm starved. I can't dance on an empty stomach.
Come on, we gotta keep in practice. We may get a job someday. Come on.
Wait a minute.
What's that?
Fill your soul and heel.
Come on. Come on.
Oh, please. Oh.
Come on, we want to rehearse. Come on.
Oh.
Get up. Come on, the finale. Hurry, hurry. Hey, 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 hey.
Fauché, râleur, Mo, Larry et Curly sont une insulte au bon goût. Le portrait craché d'Iggy et de ses amis, Dave Alexander, Scott et Ron Ashton, qui décident illico d'appeler leur nouveau groupe les Psychedelic Stooges. Cet été de 67, alors que la Californie plane dans le Summer of Love, Détroit est en état de guerre. Après une descente musclée de la police dans un club noir, 5 jours d'émeutes provoquent la mort de 43 personnes et le bouclage de la ville par l'armée. Détroit est le fief du MC5. Quand ils signent leur premier contrat pour $20 000, ces rockers militants offrent le groupe d'Iggy en bonus à leur maison de disques pour $5 000. En quelques mois d'existence, les Stooges surprennent tout le monde. Leur son est le plus violent qu'ait jamais connu le rock.
Paid $50 for the entire group. We had lots of strange instruments that I'd created from the junkyard. Ron was playing a bass with a fuzz tone, and the music was like, dum, dum. There was a side to Ron Ashton that was very dainty, like a chick. And his hair was very sensitive to the frizzies. So if the air was a little too humid or if a little bit of wind blew, Ron's hair would frizz up. When the Stooges went in the car to our first show, it was summer, no AC, but we had to put all the windows up and so that none of our hair would blow, and he wouldn't move his neck. Some heavy Americans saw us, and they were like looking at me, you know, saying, "What is that? What is that, a fag?" You know, and pounding on the windows, but nobody moved because we were afraid to mess up our hair. 40 years later, and I took him home from rehearsal one day. I knew he don't like convertibles. I love convertibles. So just before we got to his hotel, I put the top down, and he got really nervous. And sure enough, he said to me, "Do you remember that day 34 years ago? I was in a car with sort of Pete, and he put the top down. I couldn't brush my hair for 4 days, man." He was kind of that way, but then he also had a major gun collection.
En 69, les Stooges vivent en communauté dans une maison d'Ann Arbor, la Fun House, où ils passent leur journée défoncés devant la télé. Après un concert à New York, Iggy revient à Ann Arbor avec sa nouvelle conquête, Nico, l'égérie du Velvet Underground. Iggy a 22 ans et joue dans son premier clip avec son look de scène à l'époque, un masque blanc. En août 69, les Stooges sortent leur premier album produit par John Cale du Velvet. Près de New York, cette semaine-là, les hippies américains fêtent Woodstock. Dans le Michigan, Iggy impose son tempo, pas du tout peace and love.
Once when we were Iggy and the Stooges, we played a gig with the Allman Brothers Roadies, had their own band. That was in the South. And they looked at us and said, "We think you all have got pussies instead of dicks. We're gonna chase you in the bathroom and fuck you all." And they chased us. We had to lock ourselves in the bathroom. I got beat up a couple times, you know, that happened, you know.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain.
So today.
Au milieu des années 70, Iggy Pop est sur les rotules. Leur maison de disques a lâché les Stooges, qui finissent par exploser en plein vol en 74. Un sans faute dans la catégorie descente aux enfers, ouvrant la voie au punk, qui voit Iggy comme le modèle original du No Future. En 77, l'Iguane copine avec Richard L., les Ramones et Blondie.
When it first came out, I felt terrible because they were doing what had eluded my group and I, you know, they were causing the revolution that, you know, or the reactions that we had wanted to engender on, but it was very quickly thereafter when I met a lot of them, I realized that how miserable they all were, and they all hated each other, and you know, the manager hated the singer, and the singer we had problems with the bass player, and the drummer just wanted to get laid, and same old shit, you know.
En 75, complètement accro à l'héroïne et au nightclubbing, Iggy est au fond du trou lorsqu'il croise la route de David Bowie. Le duo s'enferme dans un studio à Berlin et enregistre les premiers tubes d'Iggy en solo.
In a bar?
In a bar in New York.
Yeah.
You sure? I'd never seen Jimmy, really, but I'd heard some of his albums, and it sounded like, I don't know, nihilistic rock. It was nihilism.
But
Well, that's
which
true.
fascinates me.
Rebellion.
I love nihilism.
Well,
Grâce au pacte qu'il passe avec Bowie, Iggy s'affranchit des Stooges. En 35 ans, il signe 12 albums. Mais ses ventes restent modestes et sa mauvaise réputation chez les huiles du showbiz lui interdisent encore aujourd'hui l'accès au panthéon du rock, le Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, bien qu'il y ait postulé 7 fois. Iggy s'en fiche, il passe la génération la truffe au vent. Ici, il reprend une chanson de Frank Sinatra aux côtés de Blondie en 89. 15 ans plus tard, c'est Peaches qui l'invite dans son clip.
Music biz is an arm of showbiz. Showbiz is a game, and games are games. That's it. It's not about people. It's just a game. Very little is real.
Boogaloo. Funky chicken.
James Osterberg a construit la créature Iggy en s'inspirant des performances scéniques des rois et des reines de la soul music comme Tina Turner ou ici James Brown. Son grand secret, c'est sur scène qu'il le dévoile. Avec lui, l'autodestruction est un art qui a failli l'emporter plusieurs fois. Performance maîtrisée ou lâchage complet, lorsque l'iguane monte sur les planches, tout peut arriver. Son corps est au centre de tout, comme dans son hymne Lust for Life, la rage de vivre.
Listen. Well, now I'm worth a million in prizes. With my torture film, drive a GTO. I wear a uniform. All out of government law. I'm worth a million in prizes. I'm through with sleeping on the sidewalk. No more. With a liquor and drugs.
I don't know why I didn't die. I've been literally very close several times. There was one time when two members of the MC5 they picked me up and they threw me in a bathtub and covered me in ice cubes and then shot salt into my main vein. And I made a comeback. I was purple, but I made a comeback. I'm famous with my friends, the people that know me really well, especially in my group, for my healing powers. And if you scratch me, it will probably be gone the next day. It's real weird. I heal up very quick. I have a great deal of desire, which is, I still have problems controlling my desires. I have big appetites.
Je voudrais vous parler ce soir d'une exposition pas tout.
The tiring part comes with the mundane bits. It's tiring to try to get paid. It was tiring after you get laid to try to get rid of them. Getting rejected by record companies and managers was tiring. Having to explain to people why my music didn't sound like the Eagles. That was really fucking tiring. I'm not so tired anymore. Everything's Pretty groovy, baby.
All right, how you doing?
You remind me of me.
All right, cool. Peace. All right.
My chances are deep.
En 2001, Mr. Iggy redevient Dr. James.
Cool.
Il s'installe dans le quartier de Little Haiti, à Miami, à 2 pas d'un autre déglingué, Mickey Rourke.
I know the odds are against me 10-1. They think what you
This is what's called the Little River. And I am blessed with probably one of the last remaining urban riverbanks in America.
Iggy, le propriétaire terrien, rajoute une corde à son arc. Il peint. Sa principale source d'inspiration a posé ses valises chez lui. C'est sa nouvelle muse et compagne, l'Irlando-nigériane Nina Alou.
Without getting too personal, it's basically this was waiting for her to show up, and this is what I imagined I was going to get. This was painted after I got here. The object of desire has now arrived. This is my favorite part of the painting, and I'm not sure if it's a tail, a rattle, or a chain. They're my friends. They always support me. They always bring me up. They never bring me down, and they have no problems. And bigger than life may mean that life has gotten too small. I think part of becoming larger for the object of this largeness is isolation. It creates a need to withdraw. You know, you saw it with Elvis. You see it with all sorts of people. I feel a need to withdraw often. That's sort of my dream right now, is to eventually just disappear.
Those your cigarettes?
No, they were just sitting here and I got them. You don't smoke, do you?
No. Give it up.
No, me either.
Ooh,
boy.
Enough of that.
That was enough.
Ooh.
25 big ones. Oh, boy.
Finished.
Got the energy now.
Ooh.
Hey.
Ooh, I feel great.
Boy, since I quit, I mean,
Yeah.
boy, just everything.
Yeah,
Just
you focus.
zeroed in.
Oh, yeah.
Bang, you know?
Me too.
I feel sorry for suckers still puffing away, you know. No willpower.
No willpower. Pacifier.
Silly.
You know, the beauty of quitting is that now that I've quit, you know, I can have one. Because I've quit. You know, I mean, just like jewelry, you know, it's not really... I don't even inhale, really. You want to join me, man?
Well, yeah, since I quit. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah,
now that
okay.
you've quit,
Okay.
you know, you can have
Sure,
one,
yeah.
you know?
I can do that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, boy. Thank you.
Du film d'auteur avec Jim Jarmusch, où il partage l'affiche avec Tom Waits, à la série Star Trek qui le transforme en diplomate Vorta, Iggy Pop ne se refuse rien. Sa carrière hollywoodienne, il l'a commencé aux côtés de Johnny Depp en 90, avec une apparition white trash dans le Cry Baby de John Waters, l'un de ses plus grands fans. Entre 2 tontes de gazon, sous le soleil de Miami Beach, Iggy dévore la possibilité d'une île et tombe sous le charme de son auteur, Michel Houellebecq. En juin 2009, il sort un album entièrement inspiré de ce best-seller.
In the book, A Possibility of an Island, the author writes a small poem in the middle of the book, and it's kind of a love poem, but the idea is that somewhere maybe there's an island where he can be loved and where time stops. This is And it's very difficult to stop time. You think I'm selling car insurance? Well, I'm not. I'm selling time. Look at my...
Ironie de l'histoire, après avoir survécu à tous les vols en piqué, Iggy est devenu la mascotte idéale d'une compagnie d'assurance qui lui a fait tourner cette publicité.
Car insurance papers. I can get them anytime I like. I can tell you the ad agencies have been much better to me than the record companies ever were. The corporate groups are castles. And in tough times, people, or throughout European Western history, people and economies congregate around a castle. And when I started out, it was it was big cred in your hometown if you were with a company. Now that means nothing. It's almost the opposite. It's been a fascinating turnabout because you know, in the big advertising medium when I was a boy was television, and music was, when music was allowed on, it was either as an exotic display or as a butt of jokes. And now, it's very difficult to hear an advertisement, to see an advertisement without hearing music.
En 2003, Iggy décroche son téléphone et appelle les frères Ashton, qui n'ont jamais quitté Ann Arbor. Ils enregistrent leur 4e album en 35 ans et entament une tournée mondiale. Même la mort de Ron Ashton en 2009 ne parvient pas à les abattre. Les parrains du punk goûtent enfin la gloire.
I had recognized and utilized some of the feminine skills. Dissimulation, deception, editing, strategy, things like this, artifice. Baby.
Dorénavant, nous retrouverons Trax chaque jeudi soir. Et la semaine prochaine, entre autres réjouissances, les beats minimalistes de The XX.